Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great. Hope you're having a good weekend so far. And to those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. We'll do a full video on Avax here. It was requested by some of you, so just wanted to give you my thoughts on the current situation. I think Avax is quite interesting. That's also why I wanted to cover it. I think there's opportunities coming quite close. So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about the current situation right now. I won't spend too much time about the news of the of Avax buying back those Avax coins that were previously from the Luna Foundation. I'm not sure that matters much. All right, maybe it does matter, but then it's also reflected in the chart, right? So you don't always need to know the news. Most of the news is already incorporated in the chart. So just so you know. But no, wanted to do a full analysis. Avax in general looks quite promising. As you can see right here on the higher time frames, this is a 12-hour time frame. There is some sort of a bullish structure forming here. So that's interesting, and it's also respected so far, even though we've had quite a lot of bearish pressure in the last week. So to see this respect that is good news. And then outside of that, I mean, ultimately, if you zoom out even further, Avax basically since June has been in this accumulation range between $30, which we faked out above twice, between $30 and then this level here at $20. And then in this accumulation range right now, there is some sort of a bullish bias as well, with us making higher lows right here, as you can see. And what's interesting then, especially in these circumstances where I do think that there's a real possibility of getting a bullish Bitcoin soon, but even if that was not the case, it's still interesting because this means that we can actually break out. And if you have an accumulation range for, well, how long? 4 months, 3 months, no, 4 months, then if we can actually break out of that, then that's good news. And then we can have a big move up. I'm not certain we will break out yet because there still is a lot of resistance right here between 31.5 and $30, but so far what you can see is that Avax is actually gaining quite a lot of momentum right here. It's the biggest quick momentum gain since the 7th of August, which was the bottom. And then outside of that, look, you do have to take this with a grain of salt because it is in the weekend, but outside of it, the volume was actually relatively nice as well, and the volume in the weekend has actually been relatively high at 400 million. If this continues into the next week, so what I mean with that is the volume increase and the momentum increase, and we can actually get a break above this level here at $30, which is not only a strong psychological resistance level, but it's also the value area high. So a ton of volume is traded at that level. If we're able to break above that, I think that's a huge Avax opportunity. And I would say that that's a buy opportunity. All right, so I will probably, as long as the breakout is with volume and momentum, I will probably buy the $30 breakout, because technically it's such a big bullish breakout, and there's enough of a bullish structure to assume that we're going to continue. That I would aim at least for $35, $36, but that there's potential for an even higher move, and just in general a trend, a structure shift from an accumulation into an uptrend, which obviously, I mean, if you zoom out even more, brings much more potential. So yeah. In short, I think Avax is very interesting here. I will buy the breakout above $30 if it's combined with volume and momentum. For now, we are still in the consolidation, all right? So I'm not telling you we will break out. I think that there's a high likelihood we'll break out, but I will only buy if we actually break out, because in the end, this is still a strong resistance level. And therefore, I would also say it's most likely that will respect the resistance and that will drop back down, at least into like 26, 27. And then ultimately we'll still break out, I do think. But right now, I would say most likely is that we will respect the resistance. And it's more likely that we'll break out above the level the second or the third time from now. But keeping an eye on that level and monitoring the breakout in general is what you should do. All right, because in the end, for me as a trader, I don't care when it breaks out. I just care that I know when it does and that I'll be ready. Right. So those are my thoughts on Avax. In general, bullish. For now, I would be cautious for the rejection here, but there's plenty of opportunities, I would say, in the short term on buying Avax. But those are my thoughts. That's what I think you need to know. If you do have any questions, let me know down in the comments. For now, have a great weekend. Take care and bye.